Hey guys, welcome to my 300 hour experience video for Ironsight. It has taken me over a year of playing this game for me to even be able to make this video. I did make my 150 hour experience video a few months ago, and I do recommend watching that now or at the end of this video for more context, because something I regret doing in that video is not showing you more of my stats and combat record. I did talk about my experience pretty well and how I had to play on two different versions of Ironsight and all the progress I lost, but luckily I was right about me being more interested in the game because of the version of the game that Whipple Games is currently publishing and developing. So I want to talk about my stats, my combat record, the battle passes, and how I generally feel about the game after all this time. But right before I do all of that, let's talk about today's sponsor. You guys should thank the sponsor because my videos that have one have much less ads. I'm not that greedy, so for that, you can thank TheColdestWater. If you don't know what they're about, their name is pretty accurate. They have these top quality water bottles made with good materials, and you can see the features and results of that on screen or when you're using it. On top of all that about these bottles being reliable and high quality, they also have these different sizes and colors you can choose from. I personally have this red 21 ounce bottle that I've been very pleased with, but if this one isn't your style, then maybe you would like the 32 ounce sports bottle with the flip top lid in a different color. You can check their website if you want to customize or pick out a bottle yourself. Don't forget that they have other quality products as well, like these coffee mugs with different sizes and colors, other useful and top quality items like this backpack or this cooler. You can even get some swimming trunks or a bikini if you're going to the beach. Just be sure to check the first links in the description if you're interested in any of these items or just want to check out their website. If you do get anything, be sure to use my code that you see on the screen and in the description to get a 10% discount and to support my channel in the biggest way you could. You even watching this entire sponsor is greatly appreciated, but let's get back to the video. So I started playing Ironsight back in April 2020, and it took me until June 2021 to get 300 hours and make this video. You guys should be seeing this in July or August because my videos are pre-recorded, so check the bottom of the description to see exactly when I made this video. But a little over a year has passed now, and I think about my views on this game when I first played it and how I view it now. I used to be way more optimistic and positive about this game. Now I still like this game and play it just about daily, especially because of the battle passes, but it's one of those games where the more you play it, the more you notice its flaws. Man, I love this game at a surface level, but I like and even sometimes tolerate this game at a deeper level. It's a type of situation where when this game is good, it's good. But when it's bad, it can be really bad. Like if you get into a normal game where everyone has something like a 2 KD and below that, you should be good. But it's not hard to run into players who mastered this game with godlike aim. After 300 hours of playing, I'd say I'm an above average player. I'm also level 67, but like I said in my 150 hour experience video, I played on two different versions of Ironsight, so I only have 180 hours on this current version, and I lost out on 120 hours of progress on that old version of the game, so add those two up and we have this 300 hour experience video. Now put all that time and hours into consideration while thinking about me being level 67. There's people who are level 100 all the way up to level like 500. I couldn't imagine doing all that for this game. That has to be 500 to a couple thousand hours of playtime. Don't get me wrong, I do think I'll make my 500 hour experience video, but it'll take me some months to get there. When I show you my stats, it'll be from more of an above average but not sweaty player. I do have my moments in games of being really good, but I also have my fair share of bad aim and bad matches. That's also not to put down those insanely good players. They can just piss me off sometimes, but I do respect their skill and that they know their ins and outs of the game. I just wish I didn't play against them. It can be annoying when one good player dictates who wins the game, which can happen often. I just usually wish there was a better matchmaking system or rank scene for the pro players. Instead, they lurk in the casual lobby shitting on us casuals. I'd put myself somewhere in the middle of a casual and tryhard. Like, I can try to win and do good, but I won't go to such an extreme length to do that, like grinding a game all day just to get really good. I usually only play a few games a day and move on, but with all that being said, let's take a look at my combat record. First, you see all of these basic stats, and we will get into some of these, but first let's focus on that top right area. You can see the most important thing to a lot of people, and that's my KD, which is at a 1.4 right now, 1.9 if you count the assists. This is pretty normal for me considering my Call of Duty KDs. I think my KD would be a bit higher if I like the offensive streaks more, but we'll get into those later. Apparently the most kills I ever got in a match is 51. I honestly don't even remember that match. It was probably some intense game on Secure Point with good offensive streaks or something. I don't normally go for high kill games, but if it happens, and I guess I got a 9 KD that game. You also notice my 92 hours of playtime, which is interesting because that's about half of my actual playtime. That means I spend about half of my hours in this game waiting in queues or just not being in a match. But I do have over 700 games played, which is one of those numbers that sounds like a lot, because that means I have over 1,000 games played of Ironsight, including my last account, which is another thing to consider. A lot of these stats, like my number of kills or time played, is basically more than doubled if you consider my old account. But with this last stat over here, I have a 55% win rate. Now I mostly play TDM, and a lot of the time, winning isn't in your control. I just try to do the best I could do, and if I lose, then I lose. But speaking of the game modes, if I click on here, then we can see all my stats for TDM. This is the main game mode that I play, alongside with some Secure Point, which we'll check out in a second. But you'll notice that my KD's higher in TDM, and that's because I don't have to risk my life on the objective like in Secure Point. Speaking of Secure Point, this is the only other mode I play. I have about half of the matches played because Secure Point isn't as consistently fun for me. A lot of the pros like this mode, but as you can see with my KD, I'm the type of player to die for the objective, and there's grenade spam and pros to take advantage of that. But enough with the game modes, let's talk about some guns. You're looking at my currently most used weapons, and that will change over time. I mostly like to use guns I have skins for, as well as guns that fit my playstyle. The QBZ is just such a good low recoil weapon, and you can get a cool skin for it fairly quickly, so it's just my most used gun. The MP5 and AK-47 are also really good. I have about 1.7 to 1.9 KDs with these guns, but if we go to my overall best KDs with all my guns, it doesn't really tell you much because I don't have much experience with these guns. Like the training M4? Really? To sum it up, I mostly use assault rifles and SMGs. But moving on to the kill streaks, also known as the drones, you're looking at my most used drones, which is my normal game-to-game setup, which is the spy drone, the UAV recon, and the UAV jammer. Apparently the UAV jammer gets me the most points for whatever that's worth. I do mostly use these streaks and sometimes experiment with others. Like in Secure Point, I like to use the offensive streaks. My most used is the blade drone, and I have the most kills with it. I'd say it's just the most reliable offensive streak. The Firefly is also very cool, but I also wanted to show you guys my progress with the collection weapons. I don't have one yet, but I've been trying to get every 40,000 GP weapon, and I'm only missing like 2 weapons. That's what 300 hours of grinding could get you, but I think that's everything I wanted to show you guys regarding my combat record. I wanted to go into some depth, but not too much. But as you can see, I'm not the best player, and I'm not the worst. Now, when it comes to how I feel about this game, it's kinda hard to say. A part of me really likes this game and wants the best for it, but another part of me is disappointed that this game isn't better. I'm not gonna get into all of the problems with Ironsight like the netcode or lack of content, but I just wish this game was a better version of itself, and it's not. But on the brighter side, I have been enjoying the battle passes. The first one I got my hands on really got my attention, and the Dawn of the Desert battle pass just started as I'm pre-recording this video, so I've been enjoying the new skins and motivation to play the game, but god damn it, I need a real content update like a new map or something. Ironsight. What a love-hate relationship you have with your community. A lot of us are mean to you, but that's only because we want what's best for you, Ironsight. A lot of players have come and gone, and I don't think most people would tolerate the shit this game puts you through. I wish I can say this game is better than the recent Call of Duties, and I just feel like I can't because of all these problems. But I'm not gonna yell at you, Ironsight. I'm gonna sit back and watch you grow and bloom into a beautiful, polished game. Yeah, see you guys never. Anyway, that's about everything I wanted to say. Yes, Ironsight is a flawed game, but it's a flawed game that I like a lot. I have my fingers crossed that this game will be in a really good state one day, and I don't mean just with players. Like, I want this game itself to strive and to be the best it could be. Kinda like how Splitgate Arena Warfare is a very underrated game, but very well optimized. I want to see something like that for Ironsight, but we'll see what happens from now until my 500-hour experience video. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did, because it takes a lot of playtime to keep making these videos. Drop a comment telling me your KD or amount of hours or just experience on this game. Don't forget to subscribe if you've been enjoying the Ironsight videos. I do make other kinds of videos, but check out my Ironsight videos on the screen or in the description, like some tips and tricks. It's been fun making my little mark on the Ironsight community. Thank you guys for watching the whole video, and I hope to see you guys in another one. Peace.